Oh, this is not a spring chicken, as you can see. I'm wearing my naked juice hat. Oh, isn't this funny? Because, see, part of it is today it's so windy outside. I'm in front of a green screen. I'm just curious, the hat happens to be green? Oh, yeah, that's the part that might be naked. Uh-huh. Oh. Well, if I had a whole naked juice outfit, I would wear it for you. Just for you, of course. But for now, we'll bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today.
So it doesn't.
Yeah. Idaho town prays for return of captured U.S. soldier.
Well, it seems like our transparent president told the sheriff 2 weeks ago that he had been captured and did nothing.
What do you mean?
Well, he's all about transparency, but he told the sheriff that the guy had been captured 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So there's no transparency in this administration.
Oh, yeah. Hey, maybe you should be naked.
Yeah, with the naked head. Naked blonde.
Oh, actually, your head would go away. Part of your head.
Well,
it's like, oh, that's why it's kind of funny. Naked.
I know. We can see the blonde underneath.
Officials, healthcare proposal, a work in progress.
It can't be a work in progress. He told people that he needed it to be done by a recess in August, and if it's a work in progress, it can't possibly.
It can't be done anyway.
That's right.
All he wants is to have it. Actually, you know what that's like? It's like getting your parent to say yes, and they don't know what they're saying yes to.
Yeah, well, no, they have said.
Or your kid.
They want it written, and we'll tell you what's going to be in it and how. They're going to one paragraph it is what I understand to get it through.
Oh, that's kind of like sign over this, give us how many billions of dollars, and then we'll tell you what we'll do with it later.
Yeah.
Helicopter crash at Afghan base kills 16.
Yeah, and they have, but it was aid workers, so it's not a big deal, they said.
It's not a big deal?
It wasn't a big deal.
What?
That's the Obama administration.
San
It wasn't like they killed Muslims.
It's still horrible. San Francisco train operators' actions come under scrutiny.
Yeah, well, they
What is the deal with all the trains?
Okay, first of all, a lot of the people are supposed to have dead man switches on their units, which basically means if the operator isn't minding the shop, it turns off immediately. It seems like a lot of places didn't put them in because it cost too much. And now the litigation is happening as a result of them not putting in, they say is dwarfing the cost of putting the dead man switches in.
My guess is I think there's going to be a requirement pretty soon.
It is supposed to be a requirement, but they're not required to pay for it. That's the whole trick. It's an unfunded mandate.
Oh, that's why it slipped by.
Yep.
Okay. Despite critics, Obama stays course on health care.
Yeah, his course is to basically belittle and attack and try to smear anybody that doesn't agree with him. That's his course. But campaign, he's president. Doing it at campaign style doesn't work as president.
Well, part of it is, we've been watching the polls and we've been hearing that his popularity is dropping, but it's dropping so much that what's happening with his speech tonight?
They axed his speech that he was going to do tonight and moved the one on Wednesday out of prime time for most of the country because he doesn't draw anybody anymore.
So no primetime news conferences and getting rid of your programming?
That's right. We know people in England that said, the press there said that the novelty of having a servant as president of the United States will soon wear off.
Mm-hmm. They said that?
That's what one of the nasty English press said, that the novelty of having a person that should be your servant as president of the United States will soon wear off. Remember, they're the ones that started slavery too, folks, not the Americans.
That's true. They did. World's population of centenarians to rise by mid-century.
That's people that are 100 years old. Well, I mean, I can guarantee you there's like thousands and thousands of people that are 100 years old that basically they're not on Social Security, so therefore they're not on the map.
Oh, interesting.
Right. If you never signed up for it and you're a private business, you're not on it. If you work for yourself, you're not on the Social Security rolls.
South Korea deploys cloned drug-sniffing dogs at customs.
Yeah, those are those dogs that the Christian right got so upset about years ago. I hate to tell people, but they have been cloning livestock and animals for thousands of years. It's called selective breeding.
But isn't selective breeding different than cloning? Cloning
If you breed, if you selectively do, you can basically create the same cow 1,000 times.
Oh,
What does
really?
cloning do?
Oh.
Yeah.
It does. It
It's
does
the
the
same
same
thing
but
as-
different way.
Yeah.
Obama feels the heat changes the play.
Oh yeah. The Democrats are the one giving him all the fits. You know, they've stopped him. He's passing it through on liberal votes in the House and Senate in committees, but then the liberals don't control the total vote overall in the House and Senate. There's more moderates, conservatives than there are liberals.
Atheists sue to keep "In God We Trust" off the Capitol Visitor Center.
And because we have a president that doesn't really believe in the Bible, as he's shown repeatedly, you can bet that it's going to be sustained. Where we keep it out because they've already removed it from the House, I think.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Oh. Clinton prepares to sign India cooperation deals.
which means nothing. It's just one of these things that they go to and makes everybody look good, and nobody bothers with it when it's done.
Oh. Honduras talks breakdown over Zeleya's return.
Well, yeah, he's demanding that he be returned as president. Then they will have discussions. Well, it isn't going to work.
That sounds like pass the health care, and then
That's
we'll
right.
tell you. Oh, he took a page from Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Yeah.
CIT Group board okays $3 billion rescue loan.
Yeah, but there's $7 billion in debt. Okay, today Walmart issued $500 million in stock to cover its accounts receivables.
Oh, they did?
Because they also work through the CIT. Because what they do is that they hand out things that are worthless, and they get things that are worthless. And somebody picks up the payment on the thing. It's how advertising works. And people understand that when you do an advertising job, you don't get paid for it until way down the line. So you sit there and take it to an organization like CIT, who also handles most of the advertising accounts in this country, and they'll advance you cash against the thing.
Well, I mean, because it affects companies like Walmart and small companies. It's not just, little companies.
It's all across the board. But they said it's $500 million that is going to the small suppliers. So.
White House budget situation challenging due to the economy.
Yeah, okay. The White House basically they ordered that in 90 days, which came due today, that they had to cut $100 million from each department. They can't figure out how to do it there. So how are they going to do it on health care and any of the other things?
That's why they're getting slack on all that.
Yeah.
Invasive mussels imperil Western water system?
Yeah, they've expanded from the Great Lakes and are now moving across the west now. Well, but his people put their boats in the water and the mussels get on them and they move them because the stupid things just go into hibernation.
Poll shows Obama slipping on key issues.
Yeah, he's 49% approval rating now according to Democrats on polls.
And you know what? Here's the part, that's according to Democrats on polls?
Yeah.
That's not according to the general population.
No, the Democrats' polls. That's their internal polling.
Which means they're already skewed to start with. Yeah. South Korea deciding how to inspect suspicious North Korean ships.
They can't do it because it's called an act of piracy.
Oh. Palin, Alaska tour is thanks, not goodbye.
Well, she's got to keep her place there, but she's just going to spend more time in the lower 48 than she is. She's going to be another $250,000 in debt over the last things that they're coming up. She has to make money to pay the bills. She's got a child that's got Down syndrome. She's got to pay all those bills for that child. Because she's too wealthy. If you get beyond a certain threshold, the organizations that help don't help people that have that over a certain income, and she's got that.
Analysis: Sotomayor would be beholden to no one.
She wouldn't be a judge if she wasn't beholden to people.
How else did she get in that position, right? RNC chairman attacks Obama on health care.
Well, yeah, because he's pointing out the fact that it doesn't work. It can't. We'll try it again. If you have 10 people that can't afford to pay for health care now, you add 90 more people to what they have to pay for, it can't possibly work.
Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
That is it more important to get the job done, or is it more important to get the job done right?